Greetings, YouTube. The doctor is in. Dr. Urias Papers here, coming at you with another commentary on Dungeons and Dragons. Welcome to the channel that takes power gaming to the next level. On today's Doctor Spell Prognosis, we are talking about the 6th level spell, Planar Ally. But first, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you have any questions or comments, please leave a question or comment. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when I am live, possibly, or when I have another video out. All right, so we're giving this spell an A. It's actually pretty awesome. There is a combo of spells to use that makes this very awesome. And what we're talking about here is a spell that is usable only by clerics. However, bards can get this with magical secrets at 14th level. It requires 10 minutes of a casting time and has a range of 60 feet. It is a verbal and somatic component, not material. So you beseech an otherworldly entity for aid. The being must be known to you, a god, primordial, demon prince, something like that. It sends either a celestial, elemental, or fiend loyal to it to aid you, making the creature appear in an unoccupied space within range. If you know the specific name, you can speak the name. When you cast a spell to request a creature, though, you might get a different creature, GM's choice. So there's some variation in this that comes with the Dungeon Master. So when the creature appears, it is under no compulsion to behave in any particular way. You can ask the creature to perform a service in exchange for payment, but it is not obliged to do so. The requested task could range from simple to complex. It can help us in a fight. You could go do this thing, whatever. You must be able to communicate with the creature to bargain for its services. Payment can take a variety of forms. A celestial might require a sizable donation of gold or magic items to an allied temple. A fiend may demand a living sacrifice or a gift of treasure. Some creatures might exchange their services for a quest, which I've done this at a game. So we had a group that was in the Tomb of Annihilation, and they wanted to get the aid of a celestial. So the cleric used this spell, and the celestial gave them a quest that they had to complete afterwards, which was the jumping point for our next big kind of adventure arc. So as a rule of thumb, the task can be measured in minutes, which requires 100 gold per minute. A task measured in hours is 1,000 gold per hour, and days is 10,000 gold per days. GM can adjust these. So after the creature completes a task, or when agreed upon duration of services expires, the creature returns to its home plane after reporting back to you, if appropriate to the task and if possible. If you are unable to agree on a price for the creature's service, the creature immediately returns to its home plane. Creature enlisted to join your group counts as a member of it and receives a full share of experience points if you are doing the experience point method. Okay, so I've already kind of gone over what the spell does. It's under no obligation to do anything. You could just cast this spell and bargain with the creature and come up with a payment scheme. Probably better if you're a good aligned group to summon a celestial than it is to summon a fiend. Elementals could be a thing that you could do too. So just be careful with the fiends. Now, there is a way to get these creatures to essentially, you can compel them to do things. Step 1, cast Magic Circle. You are going to have to cast Magic Circle at a level higher than 3rd level. You're going to have to cast it at least 4th level, because Planar Ally takes 10 minutes, and we're going to use the spell Planar Binding, which takes an hour. So you're going to have to cast this spell at 4th level. You are going to have to get holy water and powdered silver worth 100 gold. Okay? So that's step 1, and you're going to cast this so it is inverted, preventing the creature from leaving the circle. And it can't teleport, so it's got to make a saving throw to do that. Step 2, Planar Ally. So you summon the creature into the circle. That's step 2. Now, it's still under no compulsion to do anything, but it can't get away. So now it's there. That takes 10 minutes to do. So you've wasted 10 minutes of this. That's why you need to get this at a 4th level. Step 3, You cast Planar Binding, which takes an hour to cast. Again, that's why you need to cast this at 4th level, so it lasts for 2 hours instead of an hour. And we've already gone over planar binding. It behooves you to cast planar binding at a higher level, so you increase the duration to 10 days with the 6th level spell, 30 days with the 7th level spell, and so on. And you need another 1,000 gold piece gem. So you're going to be doing 100 gold pieces here, plus 1,000 gold pieces here. And if the creature fails its save, then it is essentially yours for that period. So makes it a charisma saving throw. So what kinds of creatures? So that's it. Step 1 is magic circle, which is inverted. Step 2 is planar ally. So the creature comes in, you summon it into the circle. And step 3 is planar binding to get it to serve you. Now, what kinds of creatures are we talking about? So I've gone through and done a listing of creatures already and celestials. You could summon, I would not summon a solar, and here's why, because it's legendary, and it doesn't have legendary resistance. What? It is legendary. It is a legendary creature. I don't see legendary resistance in here. Huh. It should have legendary resistance because it's got a little L next to its name. It's got legendary actions, but it has magic resistance, so it has advantage on saving throws. It's probably not the one to do. You could summon a Planetar, which also has magic resistance. If you can get it to fail its saving throw, then, and it doesn't really have a teleport spell, if you can get it to fail its saving throw, which we're going to go over that as well, then you got it. It does pretty good damage, 46 plus 7 plus 5d8 radiant damage. It's got this healing touch 4 times a day, 68 plus 3, and freed from any curse, disease, poison, blindness, deafness. It's got Insect Plague, which is a great spell, Commune, great, Blade Bearer, Dispel Evil and Good, which is great, Flame Strike, Raise Dead 3 times per day. That is all awesome. Another great creature to bring in here, which is not as awesome as that one, is the Diva, which does have magical resistance, but it's got Raise Dead once a day, and it's got the Healing Touch 3 times a day. Doesn't do as much damage, but it's still pretty good. These are really good creatures, so they could be used. There's a whole slew of different creatures. You want to kind of avoid these legendary creatures because they can tendency to have legendary resistance, and they'll just make their saves. So now, how do you get these creatures to fail their saving throws? Well, you got a bard with you, and it's a bard of eloquence. You can give them a penalty. So it doesn't matter that they have advantage. So for instance, with the Diva, it does have a +9 to its charisma save, but you could take away that. And if you have a wizard with you, you could have a wizard of divination who has the portent ability, and if you just get a low roll, you just hand that roll over to the creature, and it has failed to save. So there's some pretty good ways of getting around a lot of things. Just have to be a little creative. But this is an awesome spell. It deserves an A, and that is what I got for everybody today, and I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I'll catch everybody later.